Thinking about buying a franchise? Then the How to Buy a Franchise show is just for you. Here's your host, Dr. John Hayes.
And one of the things that you provide is training.
Yep.
So somebody becomes a Plan Ahead Events franchisee. They're going to come to headquarters at West Palm Beach for training. Tell us, how does that work?
Well, each one of our brands, we train in West Palm Beach at our United Franchise Group's
All 8
headquarters.
brands are trained there, yeah.
Correct. And even Accurate Franchising, which is our consulting brand, which helps franchise companies build and grow their business, has training and strategic planning at our headquarters as well. But each one of the brands, we provide a 1 to 2 week training course depending on the business. And we go through every aspect of the business, whether it's how to market and promote and advertise and build and grow the business, hiring employees, everything that's involved in running a successful Sinorama, Transworld, Super Green Solutions, any one of our brands that we have, we're going to teach them all the classroom work. And then when they get back, we're going to have another 2 to 3 weeks where there's a week of a setup and a week of marketing and technical support where they're going to learn in their own store how to run and manage their business. We also provide a week, 3 to 5 days with an existing franchise owner where they can go out and shadow that owner for 3 to 5 days. We call that the mentor program. And so they go out and they spend a mentor time with somebody that's already running a successful Embroid Me or a successful Super Green Solutions.
Yeah. So one of the things, and still talking about getting the right people into these training programs to buy the franchise, I have seen through the years, and I've been involved in franchising since 1979, so it's been a long time, and mostly as a writer and a speaker and as an educator, but I have seen numerous personality surveys. Like one of the best, I believe, is the Franchise Navigator. In all of my books and things that I write, I send people to that site to take the Franchise Navigator survey because it will tell them very quickly whether or not they match up with the values and the requirements of various franchise businesses. But there are others besides the Franchise Navigator. Some franchisors have their own. Some franchisors develop their own tests over a period of time, or they modify them. What do you think about profiling and surveying people? Is this something you embrace and you like that idea?
No, I think it's good. I think anything that people can use to determine whether they're a good fit for a brand is excellent. We at United Franchise Group, we go through a step-by-step process on each person. We look first, we've got to have a motivated buyer. We've got to have a motivated owner, somebody that's going to run and manage a business successfully and build and grow the business and lead their team. Next is financial. We don't put people in business undercapitalized. I mean, the reason people fail in their own business is really two main reasons. It's they're either undercapitalized or they're undereducated and they don't know what they're doing. So
Right.
we're going to eliminate both of those reasons for failure because we're not putting anybody in business undercapitalized, and we're going to give them the education they need to run a successful business, the tools, everything they need to run and manage their own business.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. As far as figuring these folks out, we're going to invite them in for a Discovery Day tour.
Yes.
And in that Discovery Day tour, they're going to not only meet franchise owners, but they're going to meet 6-7 different staff members in our company. After that trip, they're going to get a really good understanding of our company, our business, everything that we're doing. But then we have a team meeting and we go through each individual that comes in for Discovery Day. So while the individuals are coming on Discovery Day and they're determining whether this is the right company or business for them, we're also doing the same thing from our end. And
Exactly.
so it's a two-way street. We
Yeah.
have to determine whether they're a good fit for us
Yes.
and go from there. So
Perfect.
we do that ourselves.
Yeah, perfect. So I think it's very interesting. You said there are 2 reasons why people will fail. They don't have enough money, which is usually what the experts tell you. Well, if people who fail in business were undercapitalized, well, Mr. Trump has failed a few times, and he's not undercapitalized in any business he gets into. And so I used to believe that as well as an educator. I'd say, yeah, if you don't have enough money, you're going to fail, and this is the number one reason. But it's not. Your number 2 point, undereducated, which is a polite way of saying it. It's people who, look, I've given you the system, but you won't follow the system. Yeah, of course you ran out of money because for 6 months you've been doing everything that I told you not to do, and you've used up all your money. Now you could say you failed because you're undercapitalized, but that's not true. You failed because you didn't follow the system.
What led to the undercapitalization?
Exactly right. You had plenty of money when you got involved. We made sure that you did. You had an extra 100,000 or 75,000 or 200,000, whatever it is, but because you didn't do the advertising the way we said, you didn't put the proper trucks on, you didn't hire the people who we said, you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Yeah, of course you ran out of money. So getting this education right, which is why I love what I do, because it's helping people understand first and foremost, should you be a franchisor or should you be a franchisee? What makes sense for you?
Right.
And it's, what works for one, like you would be a horrible franchisee, Ray. I wouldn't want you as my franchisee, but you are a great franchisor because you understand how to tweak a business to make it operate. But that's not who you want as a franchisee. You want the operator, somebody who's going to follow the system.
Yeah, we're not looking for robots in the same breath. We do look for creative people that want to run and manage your business, but I always go back to, hey, those first 6 months. Because if you can get a business successful and up and running and going in the right direction in the first 6 months to a year, you got yourself a really good business. And then they make little tweaks here and there. It's not a big deal. You start making changes in the beginning, and you could never follow the program after that.
Right.
So I would have to agree with your assessment about me.
I know you well enough.
I've been in franchising for 30 years, and I look at things a little differently. But we have some massively successful franchise owners that run and manage their own business, and they have multiple locations, and they run big operations, 20, 30, 40,000 square feet with, oh my gosh, dozens and dozens of employees. So it really depends on the individual that's building and growing the business.
Thank you for listening to How to Buy a Franchise Show. If you want immediate assistance, visit howtobuyafranchise.com to contact Dr. John Hayes for a free consultation.